Press conference of Prime Minister Suga. First, Prime Minister will make a statement, then we will receive the question. Prime Minister, please. Earlier today, we held a response headquarters meeting on the COVID-19, and we've made a decision of a state of emergency scope. It's Tokyo, Chiba, Saitama, and Kanagawa. Tokyo and the 3 prefectures. The duration is 1 month. First, for the dining establishment, the shortening the operation hours to 8 p.m. Second, with the remote work, the office attendance to be reduced by 70%. Third, after 8 p.m., refraining from a non-essential outing. And fourth, the sports events and the concert, limiting the spectators. Since November last year, we were based on the experts' opinion on the Go-To Travel campaign has been curtailed, and we started to issue a request to business operators in the areas complied with the shortening operation hours. We saw an effect and successfully reduced the new cases. The current center of a new case increase is Tokyo and 3 prefectures in the past 2 weeks. The average of a nationwide new cases, half of the new cases is concentrated in Tokyo and 3 prefectures. Starting from the year end to today, the number of new cases remain very high. In Tokyo, it exceeded 2,400. It is a very critical situation, and we have a serious sense of a crisis. In the current situation, we need to stop the further increase and turn the trend to a reduction. For that purpose, we decided to declare state of emergency. With that determination, the effective and limited and sharpened scope, we will take measures. In almost 1 year, we have been working on these measures, and we have an experience, and thorough measure will be taken. The scope is the dining establishments, the infection risk through the dining and eating occasions. In Tokyo, 60% of the untraceable infections coming from the eating and drinking. That's been pointed out. And with the current state of emergency for dining establishment, 8 p.m. Is the limit of the operation hours. The alcohol to be served by 7 p.m. That is going to be the request. And governors, when it is possible for the governors to make public of the names of those establishments not complying, but for more than 1 month, those establishments have been complying with those requests, and we understand they are also challenged with their economy. So we raise the support grant and to the shortened operation hours for 1 month, 1,800,000 yen of the subsidy will be provided by the government. Other than the shortened operation hours, we also have other effective measures. First is a remote work. The office attendance will cause more conversations and dining occasions with the colleagues, and those occasions should be reduced. So the reduction of office attendance by 70% is requested. Since last year, we started to practice the new work style, and that should be advanced in the metropolitan area and also in a rural area. The same work style should be able to be practiced. And in order to minimize the risk of the dining occasion, We also request they are refraining from a non-essential outing after 8 p.m. Please thoroughly practice. And also the sports event and concerts, the spectator number will be limited. The blanket limitation will be 5,000 up to 5,000, and also we request not to eat or drink in those venues for schools.
So rarely the spread of the virus has started from these schools. Therefore, we would like to protect the place of education for the youngsters, starting from the from the elementary schools and kindergartens and more younger education and more higher education. We're not going to be asking the educational organizations to close. One-on-one teaching and the online classes will be combined together to be having a great effect for the education of the young. That is what we are going to be requesting. And since last year, the coronavirus is spreading, and the unemployment at right now is 2.9% among the major countries. This is the most lowest unemployment rate. Protecting people's job is the responsibility of the politicians and the government. And in order to continue the businesses to go on, we are going to be supporting them strongly. For the non-regular workforces and other workforces, we're going to be protecting them, and at the maximum we're going to be paying 15,000 yen for subsidy to support them. And right now, regarding the small size loans for 1.4 million yen, we have been seeing 500 million yen utilized since last year, and 40 million yen of the uninterest, uncollateral loan is also used too. For that end, we have been now preparing an ample amount of financial pool. I would like everybody to utilize this financial pools, and for that end, we're going to be making the procedures easier for people to use. From here on, by the declaration of the state of the emergency, we're going to be amending the Act on Special Measures Against New Type Influenza, and we're going to be preparing for the vaccinations at early front. This is going to be taken step by step. First of all, having the issuance of the state of the emergency, we have to be effective and to curtail the expansion of the infection and turn down the infection rate. The stage 4 is what we see today, and we're going to be exiting from stage 4 at an early phase for the new toll and tally, and for the beds used, we're going to be utilizing that as a criteria. And for the punishment and penalties, we're going to be enforcing so that we're going to be having better effect for all these countermeasures. And we're going to be hurrying for the act, and this is going to be sent to the Diet early. Upon all these actions, the decisive act for the infections, this is the vaccination. And for this vaccination, we're going to be focusing on the safetiness and the effectiveness of following the clinical clearance. And as early as possible, we would like to prepare so that people will be starting vaccinations at the February of this year. And medical structure is going to be essential, and we're going to be preparing anything that they need. The number of beds is now stretched within the 4 areas near Tokyo. Therefore, we're going to be supporting so that the number of beds will be secured at more larger number. And for hospitals, private hospitals, when they are going to be increasing bed, 4.5 million per bed secured is going to be supported upon the subsidy that we are already paying to the hospitals. So if there are more beds, then per bed, This is going to be a subsidy for 20 million yen per bed insured. And if there is any request from any prefectural level, the SDF is ready to be deployed. To do that, we are going to be fully prepared. Lastly, I have a request to everybody of this nation. This is a fight with COVID-19 lasting over almost a year, and this is painful for us to ask you to follow, not to go out and stay at home. And I thank you very much for following such order. This is the infectious type that is covering the whole world, and this is unprecedented thing that is happening all around the world, which is very tough, very severe. However, this condition will be overcome. That is my strong determination and belief. In order to overcome this issue, once again, I must ask everybody to follow a constrained way of living. During this 1 year of living, I have been learning many things. The essential thing is, when you are conversing with a person, please wear a mask, definitely. And when you are going to be, so please refrain from going out and dining and have teleworking, that's 70%. And please refrain from going out from your home after 8 o'clock. If you are going to be following thoroughly these 3 points, I believe that infection will be incurred.
And also, to young people, I want to communicate my point. The recent, the new cases in Tokyo and 3 prefecture, more than half coming from young people in 30s or younger. Those people, many of them, even when they are infected, they don't have a severe symptom. However, the young people, when they acquire the virus, it triggers a further increase of new cases. That's a reality. So please, your parents and your family and your friends, across the generations, in order to protect the precious life, please take it personally and act based on the conscientiousness. After 1 month, we make sure that we will improve the situation, and for that, myself, as the Prime Minister, in order to prevent the spread of the new cases, I take all the possible measures and make an all-out effort. So far, the efforts and the support of the people I truly appreciate, and I also ask for your continued support and understanding. Thank you. Then we'll